Hello everyone, this is Marie Boo Angel, and I am back with Tattoos and Tulips. We are starting off from chapter 12, which is titled See You Later. Love that. If I had a single flower for every time I think about you, I could walk in my garden forever. Claudia, Adrian Grandi. I messed that quote up a little bit, but I like the sentiment nonetheless. Yeah, that is so true. I do love that. Though I don't actually know what flowers these are. Maybe it's a dandelion, just from dandelion seeds. I think there's a dandelion. I do love it. Anyways, I'm really happy that I'm able to return to tattoos and tulips. It's been just a little bit of time for me, so I'm very excited to get into all of it again and see what happens with Chrys and Shay some more. Oh, hello. Good morning. I awake to the movement beside me and the sound of buzzing on the coffee table. I stir but don't open my eyes. Oh my god, I just realized that over here is like the door to the bedroom, and maybe I don't know why I've not processed that, but that's okay. I only processed that fully right now. I hear Shay sit up and reach for his phone, followed by Shh. Is he saying show? Are you late for something? Where are we going? Also, I just remembered where we were last time. You guys were on your cute little date, and I love this for you too, so. Mm-hmm. He shoots up from the couch and starts scrambling. Are you late for work? I miss his warmth immediately. First, he rushes to the bathroom and eventually back into the living room. He's like, rush, rush, rush. Did we fall asleep together on the couch? Yeah, we did. It was really pleasant. Look at Chris smiling. Okay. Gonna rein in my reactions. Not rein it in too much, but I love how cute everything is. It makes my heart feel warm. I peel my eyes open, blinking a couple of times to get adjusted. I see him fixing his hair. I see the length of it. I realize I'd never seen him wear it down. I hope I get the chance someday. Honestly, these abs are distracting. Those obliques? Are you kidding me? Look at those obliques. How do you get your obliques like looking like that? He really goes to the gym. My gosh. Anyway, sorry. I'm distracted. He turns back to the couch. Sorry to wake you. I rub my eyes and shake my head. It's okay. What time is it? It's like 10:15. I overslept. I was supposed to be at the shop this morning. I have to work with some of the apprentices today. Sorry we couldn't grab breakfast together or something. I shake my head. That does sound nice, but sleeping in also sounds nice. You look so comfy. He tucks me in a bit, and I feel sleep calling my name. Chris, I have to go, but I wanted to say I had a really great time. Oh, me too. He smiles at me, then plants a kiss on my forehead, then my cheek, and then my lips. I stop him at the last one. Careful to kiss him gently and close-mouthed. Can't forget morning breath, lol. I'm glad he didn't leave without doing that. I'll make sure that our next date is just as good. My treat. I'll hold you to that. I bet you will. He gives me one more kiss, and I can sense that he doesn't want to go, just as badly as I don't want him to go. But good things come to an end eventually. Bye-bye, Shay. Good luck with the apprentices. But this isn't the end. No, this is just the beginning. After Shay leaves, I end up sleeping in for another 2 hours. Oh, I love that for you. The only thing keeping me from sleeping until mid-afternoon is B calling me. That music picked up, okay. I drop a half-dead arm on the coffee table, dragging my phone and bringing it to my ear. Yeah? Well, good morning to you too, sleepyhead. Morning. Me and the others were planning on getting lunch. Do you want to join us? Sure. All right, meet you there in 20 minutes at the Jade Place. Bye. When the phone clicks, I groan and force myself to get up so I don't end up falling back asleep. I look around at the remnants of last night and come to the wonderful conclusion that everything that happened was in fact not a dream. I let out a deep sigh and a hum. Am I humming? I've got it bad, I guess. I need to get it together, otherwise the others will never let me live it down.
Who is this? It can't be Chrys. He's smiling way too much.
They already clocked him.
You say that like it's a bad thing, Zoe. When you started dating Hugh, you didn't shut up about it for well, you still haven't.
How long have they been dating? Zoe and Hugh? I forget.
You can say that again.
Hugh chuckles and Zoe sneers.
It's called being in love. And last time I checked, that was a good thing. Something to be celebrated.
Sure, but you were the one giving Chrys a hard time about him smiling. So bad, in fact, he hasn't even responded to what you said before.
Chrys is just like, ha ha ha. We love that for him.
There is definitely something up with him.
Are you all right?
I nod, resurfacing to Hugh's question as I'd gone somewhere deep in my head.
I'm good.
I start to look for an excuse and stop myself.
I had a date last night.
Ooh, I act like I wasn't spectating, but do tell. B smiles at me from across the table, silently encouraging me. Yes, B.
With Shay.
Okay. I was gonna squeal into the microphone again, but had to stop myself. Ooh. Zoe shoots up from her spot at the table.
You're kidding!
I shake my head.
Saw that one coming.
Rain's just like, I'm clocking that. I look at them and they smirk.
You guys were all over each other at your birthday party.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe a bit of an exaggeration, but you guys seem to get on well. Congrats!
He's just like, hell yeah. I love Rain's comments. Also, that's just so fun to hear that from them.
That's crazy, but the good kind. You've got to tell us everything.
You do, or at least share the excitement.
He really doesn't.
That's true, but at least give us something.
Come on, give us a little something. I think for a minute before speaking. These are Shay's friends too. I'll tell them a little and let him decide how much more he wants to say.
Well, we both liked each other, apparently.
It's like, whatever, we're being a little mysterious. I like that, Chrys. It's fun.
We wanted to start dating casually. We're not exclusive or anything. We're trying to take it slow.
These things are true.
Taking it slow is good.
Yeah. We had our first date last night at my place. We had dinner and watched a movie. It was...
I stopped to pick the best fitting word. It was a great many things.
It was better than I thought it would be.
Ooh.
I think you guys fit really well. I'm so proud of you two.
Hell yeah. I take her hand and squeeze. It's thanks to her it all happened at all. I'm so grateful to her for believing in me when I couldn't even do it myself. I bit back the urge to kiss her hand. Don't want to get a look from the others. One in particular. She squeezes my hand back. Granny? Are we debriefing Granny now? How fun. Cute little lunch date with friends. Lunch ends and I go back home to meet with Granny in the shop. I hand her the bag I got her. What's this? Open it. She does, and as soon as she sees the brownie, she opens her arms for a hug. Ooh, yummy. I return it, and she gives me a big kiss on the cheek. So sweet. I put it in the fridge and eat. What is it? What am I trying to say? So sweet. I'll put it in the fridge and eat it after dinner tonight. So, how did it go? Lunch? Chrys Smith. You know very well what Granny meant. That breaks me right then. I suppose old habits die hard. It went good. Just good? Well, blush blush. It was a really great first date. Oh, you're so flushed. That good, huh? I'm so glad. Does that mean we'll see him around more often? I guess so. Well, this is great news. Speaking of the devil. I whip around and she bursts into a fit of giggles. Granny's messing with you. I'm sorry. You really are smitten. Never thought I'd be betrayed by my own granny. I snatched the brownie back off the counter. No! I take it back, Chrys. I'm sorry. Nope, I can never forgive you. The door dings. This time, and it's true. Yo! I give Granny a look, and she laughs again. I drop her brownie on the counter. I wave, meekly. Granny retreats into the back room and leaves me with him once again.
Nice to see you.
Nicer to see you.
I shake my head, laughing at his goofy response.
What even is that?
It's called flirting, Chrys. Shay shrugs it off.
I was just following up on my promise. How about hanging out in my shop? It's pretty slow on weekdays.
You wanna hang out?
Sounds awfully nonchalant. Doesn't sound like a very thoughtful date. Something must have shown on my face, or my tone gave it away. Subtlety apparently isn't one of my strong suits.
Don't worry about it. Just drop by the shop after you guys close. I'll see you later.
And he's gone. So lackadaisical about it. He never really seemed like a cocky guy to me before, so what was this all about? Some sort of facade he's putting on? I mean, maybe it's like he's trying to surprise you, is my guess. Got a chip on his shoulder? We haven't even slept together yet. Does he think he's already got me in the bag? Okay, Chrys. I know. With reining it in with the, being pessimistic just a little bit. I understand. Given your experiences, totally fair. But I guess we won't know until we go see. Wrapped around his finger? Maybe a bit, but he doesn't need to know that, or even think about it for that matter. Someone needs to be taken down a peg or two. Also, maybe not the best move. Like, I understand being a bit more cautious, but also this is like... I'm worried. But we'll be fine, I'm sure. I grit my teeth. I hate being vulnerable. This is where it leaves you. He just wants to chill at his shop later. That sounds like the least inspiring thing imaginable. Not to mention the least romantic. Oh, I'll be there, Shay. To bring you back down to reality, you cocky asshole. Okay, so maybe not the most emotionally healthy, but it's okay. We're going to work through this. Communication's going to be key here, and we'll be fine. Oh, that was quick. Chapter 13. Read my tulips. You look beautiful as a sunflower and charming as a rose. Avijit Das. Ooh, I do love tulips. 7 comes as it always does. I close the shop and get a shower in before walking over to the tattoo parlor. Tattoo. This is cute. My stomach sinks at the mere sight of it. I stick out like a lilac in a rose bouquet. I have to fight the urge to turn on my heel and run the other way. Ooh, look at the space. I like the artwork too. I curse at myself for being such a weakling and step inside out of sheer defiance of my cowardice. Luckily, he's already sitting in the lobby, waiting for me. Right on time. He gives me a hug and I return it weakly, still on edge, his behavior from earlier today sticking in my mind. Was it just in some act or something? When he asked to hang out, I couldn't help but get flashbacks when he said it. Hanging out never just meant hanging out with some of the partners I had. Okay, so this is where the reaction is stemming from, which I gathered, and it's fair, but also, if it happened to be that way, which I don't think it's going to be, because it's the Shay we're talking about, then we would just communicate things. And since it is Shay, even if it was, Shay would take that feedback and definitely, like, make sure it never happened again. You know, like, would be considerate of that, you know? But I don't even think that's where we're getting to, but I do worry that, like, maybe this is something they're gonna have to eventually talk about. Like, I know they're dating casually, and, like, these are maybe not the conversations that come up right away, but it is something that I think needs to come up sooner rather than later. History can keep from repeating itself, just this once. I try to push past it and see the Shay that's standing before me. The Shay he has been, and not this version he's being. Welcome to Tattoo. I look around. Honestly, it's nothing like I remember. Look at the tattoo parlor looking before. He wasn't exaggerating when he said that he fixed it up. This must have taken some time. There's new tile, new paint, new furniture, the whole nine. The whole tattoo? Some of his coworkers wave at me and I wave back. Jenny and Kai, I believe. I don't know why I thought it would just be me and him here. With his two apprentices that are each with a patron, they don't stop what they're doing to chat with me directly. Thankfully so. Like Shay, they are just super badass looking and hot. The tattoo just employs the hot and the badass, okay? Like, what can we say? Not that you aren't either, Chrys. But I guess you're referring to how Shay looks particularly. In terms of being covered in tattoos, maybe. And having an aura being a tattoo artist. Honestly, I've not met a tattoo artist. I am curious about them sometimes. I'm like, you do art. Art's fun. Way too intimidating for little old me. Although, if I had to guess, I assume they are also big sweeties like Shay. Or rather, the Shay before today. It's starting to grate on me. Hey, can we talk somewhere in private? He smirks at that, and I frown. No, not like that. Not even close. Best hits. H3HZ Records. Instead of taking me to a back room or something, he leads me up the stairs to his apartment. He leads me to his bedroom, more specifically the space between his desk and his bed. I sit on the bed against my better judgment, and he sits at his office chair, surrounded with lots of sketches and paper scattered about. Pardon the mess. What's your problem? He looks Pikachu face. Boop. He looks like I just took out a stun gun and pointed it at him. I can practically hear the sparks. Must be my brain going into overdrive. I'm sorry? He doesn't sound sorry. Guess I have to spell it out for him then. What's with the attitude? Ever since you came by the shop earlier, you've been acting, I don't know, different. Cocky. You think I'm easy or something? I mean, not that there's anything wrong with being open with your sexuality or whatever, but we said we were going to take this slow. Wait, hold on. Slow your roll. I really don't want to. I just gained some momentum, but I'm holding on to any semblance of hope. I wait for him to compose himself. He crosses his arms as if he's shielding himself from me. I didn't think I was being cocky. I thought I was being, what's the word? A jerk? Oh, Chrys looks really hurt here. No, just thought I was being chill. I guess that can fit too, but it came as entirely unbothered. Like you couldn't care less if I wanted to hang or not. He looks like I put on another horror movie. He shakes his head and goes to grab my hands, but stops before he can make contact. No, I... He takes a breath and looks around for something. The right words to say. I had something I wanted to talk about today. I was worried I was going to say too much. I guess I was trying to keep it cool. But cool didn't translate. So this is what Jay looks like when he's trying to keep something secret for a little while before he tells Chrys something. Okay. No, not really, but he's beating himself up harder about it than I could. I suppose there was no real harm done. Just scared me, I guess. I don't know. Chrys also, I will say the reaction here from Chrys, I will say, not the most emotionally healthy, I think. And also, I don't know, like, you made a mistake and that's fine. But also maybe you should say you made a mistake. And I'm also saying that Shay may also, like, probably could have, you know, not acted in the way that he did. But also, you know, he's not, like, I definitely think that this is something they need to communicate about, for sure. I'm worried. He sinks himself into that. Damn, I guess I really screwed up. Okay, Chrys is letting up. I shake my head. I think I just read too much into it. There's just a lot riding on this date. There is. Well, yeah. After your awesome date, I didn't know how I could match up to that. I smile at the thought of it, and I feel immediately silly. I'm glad I confronted him, even if it might have made him feel bad at first. To see this very uncool side, this dorky side of Shay, makes me think I'm seeing him for the first time. Hey, nothing's ruined. We figured it out. We'll just pick it up from here. I know you shouldn't ever talk about past relationships on a date, but I think I haven't been entirely honest with you. He hasn't. He looks hesitant, so it must be true. I'm nervous not knowing at all what to expect, but I'm all ears. There was a time, not too long ago before I met you actually, where I wasn't myself. I talked about how my ex, Eli, and I moved back here and wanted to settle down and stuff. Eli. That's the first time he's ever said their name. I nod. He looks like he's super in serious pain right now, and I make a move to comfort him. If you don't want to talk about it, you don't have to. No, even if I don't want to bring it up, you need to hear this. You have to know what kind of person I am. I really thought we'd be forever. Maybe that's stupid, but we've been dating since junior year of high school. Oh, that's a long time. He was my first love. My first, well, everything. There was really no me without him. That's what I thought, anyway. So when he broke up with me, I didn't take it well. Honestly, if you can believe it, I kind of broke down. I can't even imagine that. I know it's true. I remember B hinting at it before. Not during the actual breakup, though. I managed to keep it together for a while. The breakup itself was mutual. There really are no hard feelings towards him or between us. He just wasn't in love. I wouldn't want to be in a relationship with someone who wasn't in it. I just thought that we were. I was. I managed to keep it together until he was gone. After helping him pack up all his stuff, driving him to the airport, even saying goodbye, but on the drive home, I blanked. I don't remember how I got home or if I wanted to get home. I didn't get out of bed for months. I barely worked, and if I did, I didn't enjoy it. I barely got up to do anything. Go to the gym, shower, even go to the bathroom. Oh, poor baby. I was a mess. But no matter how bad everything was falling apart, I couldn't bring myself to change it. The shop was a mess when I got it, but I thought it was fine at first. Honestly, I made it worse when I let it rot for months. I figured it would go back to the normal after the first month. He'd come running back after he realized he made a mistake. I held out. I really thought that we had something that was great. I guess I was just going through it, every stage of denial. Recently, I've made it to the last stage. Oh? Acceptance. I'm happy for you, Shay. Thanks for choosing to tell me. I know it must be hard. I figured it was bad, that's why I never asked. It was. But Bee played a huge role in getting me this far. Without her, I don't know where I'd be. She helped me clean up around here, got me to go out even for short little outings. She kept me company through the worst times and the best. I got back into sketching and drawing again, went to the gym, fixed up the shop for the first time. Then I met you. I remember it like it was yesterday. To think how much time has changed since then.
This was not how I wanted this to go down at all. Now you're comforting me.
He smacks his head, and honestly, I wonder for a second if he's going to fall over, all dramatic. He drags that same hand down his face. I giggle.
Don't!
Is he blushing, are you? That's not a common sight. I want to see more. I grab his arm and try to encourage him to remove his hand from his face. I abandon his arm and grab his face with both my hands to steady him, and his arms fall to his sides. I can see him in full view now, blush all the way across his cheeks. I rub at his cheeks with my thumbs and grin at him. Although we can't see it, I will say, blush, blush. His cheeks only deepen red, and he avoids my eyes.
I much prefer the Shay you are now. You don't need to act laid back or be afraid to tell me anything.
True.
I want to see it all. No matter how ashamed you might be of something. I wouldn't like you any less.
Don't mind me with my tissues. Though I try to resist this, I still want to see it all. The tips of his ears are burning now, and I have no doubt match mine. Blush, blush. I want to kiss them, but I'll just settle for his cheeks. He's always so daunting. This formidable opponent I feel I could never get a leg up on. But now to think it's the same person. I know that maybe we stand a real chance. I kiss him softly at first. Chrys, he says from between us.
I wanted to ask later on the date. I planned it for a better time, or a more romantic time.
I don't know. I'm feeling pretty romanced, all things considered.
What is it?
Okay. Why is it this voice? Okay. It's okay. It's okay. I know we said we wanted to take it slow, and I still think we can, but I wanted to ask. Oh. Chrys doesn't look happy. If it is I don't know how we're gonna feel. Or maybe it's just like another step into whatever. Okay, we're gonna see. Please don't let it be what I think it is. Don't let this perfect moment be soured.
Will you be my boyfriend?
Blush, blush. What is Chrys going to say? I want them to be together, but also I feel conflicted. You guys, I feel conflicted. I feel conflicted because I understand both perspectives. I clear my throat.
That wasn't what I thought you were going to say.
What did you think he was going to say?
What did you think?
Oh, we're happy? What did you think he was going to say? I thought you were worried about commitment and stuff, given both of your stuff. But I'm happy for you two. Okay, now we're fine. He's silenced by my kiss. I nod as I kiss him. I couldn't want anything more.
Is that a yes?
Oh my god, is that a yes? Hell yeah, it is. Isn't it obvious? Yeah. I say, laughing. He looks genuinely surprised. Was he really so unsure? What a dummy. But I guess that makes us both. We're more compatible than I could have ever thought. Shay, my boyfriend. What did you think I was going to say? This is probably related to Chris's past partners and all that, but I'm curious. It doesn't matter. I was stupid for ever thinking you'd ask something like that at a time like this. I'm sorry. He shakes his head. I didn't think you were going to say yes. I mean, we had already talked about not wanting to rush into anything, but I just know. This is the first time since Eli and I broke up that I felt anything for anyone. Not that you're his replacement or anything, I just mean, I'm glad that part of me wasn't gone. The part that wants to care for someone. Blush, blush from Chrys. Chrys, I care about you so, so much. Bea helped me so much, but she wasn't alone. Chrys, you helped me get to where I am now. My throat starts to hurt and tears fall from my eyes immediately. I don't even make a move to stop them. I played a part. Going out all those times, I forgot about the breakup after spending every waking moment thinking about it, wondering what went wrong, what I could change, all of it. I was obsessed, honestly. But before I knew it, all I could think about was talking to you, learning about you. Oh. Kissing you and what it would be like. Oh. Don't mind me while I cry. You really are the same. Our first kiss, our first date was everything I wished it would be. Now I'm your boyfriend. I wanted this to be just as important as those moments. It is. And I mean it. I never knew you felt that way about me. You didn't. Not even a little bit. I considered it a miracle you even found me attractive. I will also say that my Chrys voice has been lost this episode, but I'm so sorry to go into the we're crying. Stop, you were so lovely. Lovely? No one's ever called me that before. Chrys, you're so important to me. That's why I had to tell you, even if it killed me. It sucks you went through that, but I'm glad you were able to tell me. Really. I can't understand everything you went through, but I know a thing or two about bad breakups. Yeah. My most recent ex, they were a lot of things, but what we had wasn't love. They just kept me around to have someone to love them. I never felt anything remotely close to how I cared for them. That's horrible. I shrug. I probably deserved it. I wasn't very good to people then. Honestly, I'm not much better now. Chrys, you are a loving person. You've made me feel so cared for. Don't undermine yourself. Your heart and your efforts. The tears continue and I can't speak anymore. He holds me, stroking the back of my head. We're both pretty messed up, huh? I nod. Yeah, maybe a little bit. He kisses the top of my head. I feel at peace, like something restricting me all this time has finally come off. We don't do much but cuddle, just enjoying each other's presence. Sleep finds me easily in his arms. The only thing that stops my aching heart. Ooh, okay. Today's episode is going to be a little shorter, but it's official. Chrys and Shay are exclusive and are boyfriends. I knew this day was going to come, and I am so excited about it. And yeah, I realized that we are closer to the end of the story than at the beginning of it. And I believe I'm still going to follow. Either in the next episode, I'll do another 2 chapters, and then the last would be 3 just to round it off. Or I guess it'll just depend on how the next 2 go, and then like 2 chapters and then another 2 chapters. And if they're just very long, I'll just save it for a really nice, chapter at the end. But this is so cute, guys. I love that I'm not making any choices. I'm just seeing what these lovely people are all about, and the relationship is growing. I'm so happy for them, to be honest. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. Let me know in the comments what you're thinking of the story so far. And please leave a like on the video if you liked it. And if you'd like to see more of Tattoos and Tulips and see the cuteness that is Chrys and Shay and all our other characters, then feel free to subscribe to my channel and press the bell for notifications when I post even more videos. But that's it for now. I hope you have a good rest of your day, and I will see you all later. Bye!